Hey everybody, good morning. How you doing there, Zombie Grub?
I'm alright.
Right, I forgot I turned Skype down from this morning. Alright, let's try that again. How you doing there, Zombie Grub?
I am alright.
Still quiet. Let's go a little bit higher. Okay, how you doing there, Zombie Grub?
How about now?
We're getting close to nailing it. It's a little bit more and I think you'll be good. Alright. So, what time is it over in Korea right now?
8:05 p.m.
Not too shabby. Somewhat close to decent time, I presume? Ish?
For the players?
For you.
Oh. Yeah, it's fine.
I know you had mentioned trying to catch up on some sleep. Did you manage to get much of that done, or was that a pretty just restless night for you?
No, I did. I can sleep too much sometimes.
Well, that's good to hear. Maybe? Alright, well, we're going to get into the first game of the day. This is the LeiFeng Cup Group D. I actually have to continue writing what I was writing before we got into this, so you'll have to solo cast maybe just this first game alone. But I don't think you'll be doing it for too long, as this appears to be a Diamond League player versus a Grandmaster player in a ZvZ.
That's Masters, isn't it?
No, I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, you know what? You might be right. That's right. I forgot the Diamond one is the one that's shinier and prettier, and for some reason stands out more. So I take that back. You're correct.
Yeah.
I was going to mention, though, I do believe that these are Chinese players, and my joke aside about rank was that they might not be that high, have that much games played on the Korean server. For those who don't know, well, it's not accessible easily. China has its own StarCraft 2 server with its own ranks and ladder and all of that.
Yeah. Well, going to do the intros and then go, or?
Yeah, I'll do intros to meet myself. So in the top right, to kick this off, it's all best of threes, I believe, right?
Correct.
All right, in this best of three for the LeiFeng Cup Group D, we got the light blue Zerg BreaKIngGG.
In the bottom left is the red Zerg. He is Silky.
I'd like to pretend his name was, though, like Breakin'. GGGG.
BreaKIng. He's the king of Bray, which is not a word.
Maybe
All right,
he thought it was Bree, and he's a really cheesy player. Well, not with a hatchery first. He's not. Okay, camera's going on the grub, and I'm going to be muting myself for this first game. Hey, where are you there on that list?
There I am. Alright, so yesterday, for those who caught my solo cast of the other LeiFeng Cup group, there was the same case of two Protoss players, but two Chinese players starting things off in a PvP, China versus China, and it wasn't the most impressive thing in the world, to be honest, and they did end up losing their group, but it's kind of been the trend of LeiFeng Cups. This is the last group, A through D is the group D, and every other group so far has had the two non-Koreans, I guess I should say, fall out. So two Chinese, one Kelzer, and then Jim, and then Rush Crazy Max said yesterday. I don't know if the trend will continue, but with Zest and Hero being the two Koreans here, I think it just might. I'll see how their PvZ looks. So it will be two mirror matchups, like, back-to-back, but we'll get to that later. So far, there's been no cheese. There's just the hatcheries and the speed on the way. China usually, because they only have their own ladder, also have like a slightly different way of playing the game over all the races, actually, like all the matchups, just like the slightest bit of difference. A lot of times it's just simply catching up with what we know is the current meta, like they're a couple weeks behind, or maybe even like in drastic situations, like a couple months behind, but it doesn't make them bad, it just makes them kind of different. And it might look different too as we watch this unfold. I don't really know how like different it could be though. ZvZ usually starts off with a knife fight, then generally goes into Roach Ravager, but at some points in time, more people were more attuned to going Needling Bling, and then more people would want to go into Mass Roaches. I mean, the choices are both there in Legacy of the Void for sure, and it'll just probably be more style than it is anything else. BreaKIng is already getting a third base, however, which Silky will probably want to try and deny. I mean, he is getting a lot of lings here. Okay, now a lot of lings. There's 20 lings here on the production tab, and that should be enough to seriously threaten the third base. Their speeds are about to finish up close to each other, but Silky did get the slightly faster Baneling nests. This ling did not see the main base. It didn't see the Baneling nest. It saw so many lings, you might as well assume they have a Baneling nest. That's not always true. Actually, there are quite a lot of attacks that include no Baneling nests, but you just hope to out micro your opponent and their later Baneling nest, but no, the Banelings are already formed for them running in. BreaKIngGG's Baneling is only just finished, with Baneling's only just starting, and Silky has taken the chance in killing all of them right off the bat. You might actually recognize Silky's name, and you might mishear Sulky a lot, but I'm guessing not a lot of you know BreaKIngGG. That's certainly where I'm at anyway, and I would imagine Silky would do better in this best of 3, but I actually have no idea. Fortunately, the queens go down, the larva's killed, and BreaKIngGG just could not stand up to the attack. And that's game number 1. Very quick. So they didn't start off with cheese, but it certainly came into an all-in.
Yeah, and I'm all good to go for the next game, by the way. Sorry about that. Also, I forgot to change your name back to Zombie Grub on the overlay, so that's my bad. Said Guitars to Kill calling me out on Twitter. But I think
Yeah, it was Pig.
I think I solved it. I don't know if you saw the reply. I think it was pretty smooth. I came off like I'd say 5 out of 10 on the slick scale as a recovery. And a bit of a fumble, but I'm sorry, I actually got to I literally saw nothing of that game. I was writing on something kind of important that I thought was gonna be done before the stream, but wasn't. So who won that one?
Silky.
Silky. Okay, good start for Silky. He is of course the Grandmaster on the rankings list, so perhaps a little bit expected.
Whoa, there's a love museum right near me.
What kind of love museum though? Because I feel that could be two very different things.
Overly sexual museum is for adults only.
Oh, well, there you go. That's exactly what I was worried about.
Encouraged interactions.
It encouraged interactions? Like, hey, we'd like for you... Oh, did they start without me? Why can't I join?
Oh, shit. No!
Cool, excellent. I realized it as soon as I saw the option.
Yeah, they went pretty quick. Are you part of the party?
Nope.
Okay, well then I guess that's why they thought everything was okay. Well, that's awkward.
Well, I gotta be honest, I don't feel like we're missing out on a whole hell of a lot for this first best of 3, so I'm not,
So you just want to chat? Or...
We could just chill. Did you like my reply? I thought it was pretty smooth.
I thought it was exactly as you said, about a 5 and a 10 on the recovery scale.
On the
Tripped and kind of did a...
Okay, they've got the Richter scale for earthquakes. There needs to be a Slichter scale.
Slichter scale? I don't know about that.
Okay, well, I guess... With IEM coming up so quickly, do you want to discuss your plans for that? I guess tell the fan. Like, are you going to be taking pictures and making cheerfuls in the audience and all that? Like,
oh, I don't know about cheerfuls. I mean, you might not even see me in the audience. I have no idea what the venue looks like. I think I looked it up once.
Well, the schedule got released, and the schedule, frankly, makes me a little bit confused because it's like they're doing a lot of matches on the first day and a half, and then they're doing like 1 semifinals on each day, and then the finals. I'm a little bit curious how that's going to run in terms of production. I mean, frankly, it kind of makes sense, I guess, if you don't want to dedicate a whole stage to StarCraft because you're worried like, the turnout might not be good or whatever. Like, okay, I get that. But to split it up so much is kind of like, cool, you'll have an hour to tune in for these semifinals. If you didn't make it in that hour, too bad, because it's already over.
Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, and like, it's about a... Okay, so I looked it up once, I think it was at an odd hour, so it said it was an hour and a half.
Yeah, one second, I'm actually going to put this on the screen. So, I don't know the legitimacy of this, guys. This was posted on Reddit. I'm going to assume it's somewhat accurate, though, because this looks to be pretty similar to numbers I was given before. There we go, cover up my face, keep Zomgrobe's gorgeous one. But they've got the group stages all playing out on the 14th for Wednesday. You've got the quarterfinals, so like the round of 8 playing out on the Thursday. By the way, this is Korea time, Wednesday and Thursday too. I have no idea what the time that is back home. I think it's like 4 p.m. the day prior for me. Anyways, the point of this is, though, then you've got the 16th has 1 semifinals match, the 17th has 1 semifinals match, and then the 18th has the grand finals. Now, my presumption here is, by the looks of this, it's not like StarCraft got the short end of the stick. LoL also seems to have their semifinals split up. Same with what I'm guessing is Overwatch with the red, although I'm not sure. I don't read Korean. So the point of this is, like, every game is just being split up in a very strange way, and this might be IEM's attempt to have crowds bleed into each other. So, for example, whoever's left over from the LoL audience might stick around to watch StarCraft. Whoever's left over from the StarCraft audience may then stick around to watch Overwatch, and so forth. Again, this is presumptions, assumptions. I don't know for sure. I just know that this makes for one hell of a wonky viewing schedule if you're a fan. Not to mention that I don't know what we'll be casting. I won't be with Zombie Rob, obviously. She's going to be in Korea. She's going to be at the event. I'm going to hope she tweets pictures and stuff. But on my side of it, as far as community casting goes, I don't know confirmed if I am going to be community casting, and furthermore, what we'll be able to if I do. So it's interesting how all over the place it is, I suppose.
Yeah. I quickly checked, and yeah, I thought, okay, the game's over, by the way, breaking one.
Really? Tied up on one. Interesting.
Yeah. It's about an hour away from where I live by train, which is not a bad thing to commute to and back, especially if it's going to be the shorter days. So I'll probably be there every day, trying to take some video and
well, plus I'm sure you'll check out the other stuff too. Like, I know you're going for just StarCraft and nothing else, going home right away. Like,
I mean, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, you watched the was it the Apex finals or whatever, right? For Overwatch.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Overwatch would be kind of fun to watch.
All right. By the way, got the invite to the party, so we're all set, guys. Hopefully, we won't be missing out on anything else. Game number 3 coming up, with it being tied up now 1-1 between Silky and BreaKIngGG.
Breaking. Yep. I don't even.
Dude, so, by the way, I managed to get Pig to come cast with me for the Corsair Cup earlier. And that was fun for a lot of things, but I loved that, unlike you shutting me down, Pig totally played into the Team Liquid versus Team Liquid hype, like the fake hype. Because we had, like, I think Snoot versus Mana into, like, Snoot versus Euthermal type thing, or some variation of that order. And I just, I sit there and I want to almost make the same jokes. Not here, it's not Team Liquid, it's not the same, but like having Zest and Hero in the group. I don't know a lot about these other guys. I don't know a lot about the Chinese scene and where they're at, but to a smaller extent, I'm like, those are the two that are getting out of this, right? Like, am I crazy in saying that? It's versus all Zerg. It's like, I don't know.
No, you're right. I'm confused as to how this relates to Team Liquid versus Team Liquid, though.
No, just like the fake hype of like, oh my god, like, can you guys believe it? Zest and Hero are the ones who are going to make it out of the group. What a crazy, insane, who could believe it? It's not happening again for another million years.
I see what you mean. Yeah, that's all you. It's all you, buddy.
I am truly curious though to see how the rest of these guys will play, because I have not cast a lot of the LeiFeng Cups, but going over the Wikipedia page, these guys, and Silky especially, pretty consistently come out to play. But more on that after. We're going to get into game number 3. It's tied up now 1-1. In the bottom left side, we got the light blue Zerg BreaKIngGG.
In the bottom right is the red Zerg. He is Silky.
So you got to watch that game, obviously. What happened? Was it just like, that was like a 4-minute game?
Did I, though? Did I really watch it?
Okay, fair enough.
As far as I really saw, it was just the Lings flooded in and Silky didn't have enough defenses. Like, it was like actually a lot like the first game where the queens died and then the guy tapped out. So, if I had to guess, both of them are now going to try the same thing in hopes for an easy third game win.
Well, each of them going for very similar builds. Everything on time with one another for the time being.
Yep.
Actually, watching, so for the Corsair Cup today, it was Snoot versus a Laser in the finals. And it was really cool for a lot of different reasons. But one was just the way ZvZ got played. You know, a Laser going for the early pools, Snoot defending the early pools, that sort of thing. And I think, while this might not be the same players here, a lot of core things still, like, sit down in ZvZ. Like, if someone's going to go for an all-in, and the other person's already going for roaches, it's going to be a bad time. And I think, while we may have had two pretty quick... Like, again, I didn't see game 1 or 2, unfortunately. But while we had, like, literally 4-minute game 1, like, 4-minute game 2 between these players, I'm not at all surprised you get Newkirk Precinct playing out in a bit more of a standard fashion. I think that this is not a map that's too conducive to any of those all-ins in the first place, and the rush distance is not exactly that great either. In fact,
well,
referencing that ZvZ one last time, we even had, I think it was like a Laser took the base out here to the 3rd, just so he'd be, like, a little bit closer for his aggression. And even then, it still took forever to get across the map.
The last map was on Whirlwind, and that didn't stop Breaking from trying to do the all-in. I mean, I imagine they're both going to make, like, 20, 30 lings close to when their speed finishes, so, like, another 45 seconds. And at the very least, that's going to deny each other's thirds, which are taken at the exact same time. Wow, it was creepy. It's like they're in each other's minds.
Creepy? Barely.
Oh. Oh, you. Oh, Richard.
I bet you missed that. Alright, so the queen's going to be able to defend pretty easily with the lings. There's not a lot that's going to get done here by breaking, but it's kind of nice. Both players getting to confirm scouting information at this point. You know, Silky sees with his Overlord the third, breaking with the lings and the Overlord sees this third, and okay, no one's really dedicated to too much. There's one small deviation in builds, though. We got the Banling Nest for BreaKIngGG and the Roach Warren for Silky. And somebody also lagging. It's a little bit awkward. Is that me? What's going on here?
Oh, you noticed it before I did.
Attempting
it is
to
you.
reconnect. But why?
I don't know.
I'm certainly not lagging. There's no drop frames on XSplit. We weren't destined to cast the ZvZ is what it comes down to, I believe. So I'm going to save everyone time and just drop out, guys. I could sit here and cross my fingers and maybe it would come back in, but we're just going to go ahead and let them play this out. And that's weird. No idea what caused that. I would say that this is like, oh, the curse of the Korean server, but we've actually had no problem with the Korean server. We've been casting a lot of stuff on the Korean server. So that's a bit weird. Oh, now I'm being told I can't connect to the BattleNet. Is this some weird form of DDoS? I don't know. What's going on here?
I love that this is such a shit show.
Well, I mean,
good.
I didn't lose connection to the actual BattleNet app. Just
I know.
StarCraft kicked me off.
To your credit, this happened to someone in the yesterday. One of the players yesterday. Hold on. Max said just like drop, but he was like still in StarCraft. So it's just like, okay, that happened. Let's just all restart. This would be weird.
Well, I'm glad I put a lot of effort into building up that game.
Right?
All right,
so good.
So this might actually be Rifkin's awake, but you may have to solo cast because I'm being told that there's the game is awaiting a response from the battle.net. The service may be temporarily unavailable or your internet connection may be down. Oh wait, now I'm authenticating. Just kidding.
Wow.
Okay. Well, that's the thing that's happening, guys. I'm not sure.
Also, a thing that's happening. Silky is attacking the third base with his lings, and
Yeah,
maybe that'll be.
Let's get in. Wait, what? Input limit reached. Please wait to perform more actions. What is happening right now?
Is insane
I
right
know.
now.
I've got like TLO levels of hype. Shit. I'm actually. You guys see my hands off the keyboard? It's still giving me the notification. I'm actually gonna hear my hands still off the keyboard. I'm gonna go in the game for a second. You can see your input limit has been. What the?
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Okay, radio cast it up. I guess we'll just stare. We'll just awkwardly stare at your face while you do this too. So don't make any weird faces.
I already made a weird face a couple days ago. People have been using it. People have been texting me it. Thanks so much, guys.
Texting you? How many people have your number?
Well, unfortunately, it happened when I was in the proximity of a lot of real-life friends. So, of course, they are using it all against me. Anyway, Silky's Ling attack turned into a Ling Roach attack. He was the one that got the Roach Warren, and Breaking was the one that got the Banling Nest. And Breaking just wasn't expecting the Roaches, I suppose. You know, his Overlord scouted it, but it was way too late. So a bunch of Roaches coming in here, soaking up the Banelings so the Lings don't get hit. And Silky just looks like he's about to win. A lot more Lings on the way. Spinecrawler barely being Saber Transfused, but now going to go down, and there's just not enough. Like, he's just... That's it. Breaking is pulling the drones here. He has 15 more drones than Silky, but they're all going to die, looks like.
No way.
I know. Breaking has lost. GG. Silky takes the 2-1.
Maybe that's why it's in his name, so he just never has to type it.
Right?
All right, so here's my thought process on this. For those who don't know, if it's not obvious by my mini breakdown the other day on stream, I've been a little bit stressed recently. I'm in a pretty good mood right now, but I will absolutely kill myself with stress and freaking out if technical problems keep happening. So what I'm going to say is, we'll give this next series a try. I certainly don't want to be screwing up any games that have zest in them. That will break my heart. But if I do, then what we'll do is we'll probably just have me duck out and leave it to Zombie Grub to cast, because as much as I don't love shouldering all the burden of work to you, I might not have a choice for my own sanity more so than the stream's sake.
Oh no. I guess. Makes sense.
Do we know what the next matchup's going to be? Is it...
It's Hero versus Zest.
Oh, see, this is the one I don't want to miss out on, boys and girls.
No, sorry. Sorry, it's Zest versus BreaKIngG.
Oh.
That's right. They don't do it like GSL format. It's round robin.
Yeah, it's round robin. Okay. Okay. Well, still, point is, Hero versus Zest, whenever that rolls around, that's the one I don't want to miss out on. So hopefully, like, nothing continues going forward. Thank you guys for joining us early morning on the cast, by the way. It's great to already have like 500-something people tuning in. I know there's GSL going on. I know there's some Brood War happening, but I'm glad to see you guys are still dedicated to StarCraft 2. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. StarCraft 2 thumbs up.
Oh,
why is that not a shirt? That would be an amazing shirt. I can't use Blizzard AP. I'm killing myself here.
Well, StarCraft isn't. There's a boat company named StarCraft.
That's right, and there's actually one of those trailers, trailer companies too, named that. I think the boat company is Corsair, actually, and I think the trailer company is StarCraft. I
feel like they might be the same StarCraft boats. Hold on, look this up.
I would love if the owner of this was actually such a huge Brood War fan that was actually the case. Like, named all of
There's boats. StarCraft Marine.
Well, I mean, you'd be in the Marine.
Oh my god. It's literally, oh my god, how did I not notice this before? Look at this. It's literally StarCraftMarine.com. But it's like, Marine is in like, it's like water stuff. Oh my god. This is amazing.
Marine. I know that, by the way, you're right, it's StarCraftMarine.com. I'm thinking back on this because if you guys don't know, there was actually this big deal where Blizzard didn't own StarCraft.com for a while. And they ended up, I think it was like 7 years before they finally got it. And now all it does is reroute to like the StarCraft site that they had set up, which is hilarious to me. By the way, these boats look legit, yo. I'm not a big boat person, but these look fun. It says why StarCraft at the top, but it doesn't say because it's the best game. It says pontoon construction. Hello, what? Lifetime warranty, motor partners. None of these are a reason to play StarCraft. I'm out of here. I'm freaking out, man. This is the wrong site on the internet. Anyways, Zest versus BreaKIngGG. They're doing vetoes right now. Zest is A, BreaKIngG's B. We're gonna go to a small commercial break, I guess, while we wait. And thanks for watching the amazing show so far, guys. We'll see you soon.